2 of Trial the Most Dangerous Rap Era. Now, part 1 was already on YouTube. Y'all should check that out. Yeah, part 1, it's on YouTube, bro. Part 2, I got another video dropping later, or by the time this video drops, it's gonna be dropped. But yeah, man, we working, bro. Go for it, man. But I ain't gonna say too much. Let's get right into it, bro.
Hit the thing. He just told me to grab his dick.
Mr. Capone, have a seat. One more outburst.
My bad, I'm
That
sorry,
bullshit
man.
ass suit. You know what I'm saying? You got the sheer numbers. Rappers are actually dying more than they are in the 90s.
Yes, sir. And we got sideburns.
Thank
We
you.
do have sideburns.
Right, we do.
I'm just gonna roll with my homie on that one. I didn't get it. It's kind of weakened my argument a little bit.
Just throwing it out there.
Mr. Cloud, I would like to read something. This is from a legendary rapper named Jay-Z from his famous song Dead
We already
President.
know.
Grab his dick.
Mr. Capone, have a seat. One more outburst.
My bad, I'm
That
sorry,
bullshit
man.
ass suit. You know what I'm saying? You got the sheer numbers. Rappers are actually dying more than
sir.
they are.
Bro,
in the
everyone
90s.
knows
And we got sideburns.
current
have
gen is the
sideburns.
most
I'm just
dangerous
gonna roll
rap.
with my homie on that one. I didn't get it.
It's dangerous out
Kind of
here,
weakened my
man.
argument a little bit.
Just throwing it out there.
Mr. Cloud, I would like to read something. This is from a legendary rapper named Jay-Z from his famous song Dead Presidents. And I would like to quote this and make sure this goes on record. It says, "I'm here to tell niggas it ain't all swell. There's heaven, then there's hell. Niggas, one day you're cruising in 7, next day you sweating, forgetting your lies. Alibis ain't matching up, bullshit catching up, hit with the RICO. They repo your vehicle, everything was all good just a week ago. About to start bitching, ain't you? Ready to start snitching, ain't you? I'll forgive your weak ass, hustling just ain't you."
Is he speaking to Gunna? Did he make this song for Gunna, bro?
That quote
poetic.
seems to me, it was poetic. It was a forethought or foreshadow of the future for niggas like Young Thug, niggas like Gunna. A lot of these rappers
said it.
now, Tekashi 6ix9ine, they're catching RICO cases and racketeering cases at an alarming rate. Could that play into their logic of stupid?
Because they're dangerous.
But let me quote a current artist. You had all that poetic
What
Jay-Z
y'all-
stuff.
Y'all still listen to Gunna, man? Hey, bro. I'm still listening to Gunna, man. Is it wrong to separate like the music from the artist and like, bro, Gunna makes fire music, bro? I mean, it's not gonna be as authentic, but like sometimes when I'm driving and Gunna's on and it's one of my favorite songs that, bro, I'm like Gunna was the only nigga I listened to last year, basically.
Current artist. I just killed that nigga last week. I shot him in the face right in front of my street.
I'll still
You
listen
got
to that,
real
man.
niggas just telling on themselves.
Object. You don't
That's
know.
gangster.
Dangerously stupid. And we're not gonna act like niggas from
Jackson.
the 90s wasn't snitching too.
Jackson.
We wasn't snitching.
Well, what would you say, Mr. Smith, to rappers who are locked up allegedly? Again, they haven't been they've been charged, but they're not sent away for life. They haven't been given sentencing. What would you like to say from the 90s era, your era, to now how they're being locked up for these RICO cases, racketeering cases, gang cases? It seemed like they still have one foot in the street and they're still trying to change their lives at the same
Gangster.
time. Could you talk about that comparative? bro?
Gangster.
Go ahead. Thank you. It's a little hot still, so
hot as shit.
bear with us. You're sweating through your shirt, sir.
Problem. Well, I hear what I hear what the prosecution is saying, and that's a good little story you told. A little bullshit, facts or whatever you think. I don't give a fuck about, Your Honor. Bottom line is this: you have local niggas, and you have global niggas, nationwide niggas. These new rappers are committing localized crimes.
Murder?
Local.
What the fuck?
90s rappers were a threat to the system. I can give you a federal case right now. The great censorship of 1990. Rappers were being arrested for obscenity at concerts. They were being devoid of their constitutional right to freedom of speech because what they were saying was a threat to the system. These little niggas.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You lost me, bro. I forgot I was reacting. Bro, he lost me, bro.
How's that scarier than murder?
Right.
NWA has been arrested
What is you talking
by
about?
the FBI at the concert for inciting violence.
I seen the fucking movie.
Dangerous.
Somebody typing this?
Local niggas versus national niggas. It's a big difference between being local and national. You need gas money to be local.
Jesus Christ.
You need jet money to hop on a plane, leave South Central Los Angeles, fly to Coral Gable, Florida, pack up your bags as Dr. Dre. Who else is in NWA?
Come on, man.
Who else was in
You
NWA?
know your 90s.
Pack your bags.
MC Ren.
Show up to
Bro, I
Coral
forgot.
Gable County,
You
Florida.
forgot
Local.
Be tailed
Dr.
by local
Dre,
prosecutor
Ice Cube?
Jack Thompson, who was
Eazy-E?
the person that lobbied for the federal obscenity charges that were being filed on all the major gangster rappers in the early 90s.
Man, straight out of Compton.
Rally up 100 FBI agents. Wait for a stadium to fill up with 30,000 people who could potentially be swayed by this new dangerous, independent thinking. Arrest them all for obscenity.
Bro, 90s rap was not dangerous, bro. It was probably dangerous, but it was not as dangerous as it is right now, bro. Like, bro, being a rapper would be scary as shit right now, bro. I don't know.
That's
how
dangerous.
to
That's
put this shit,
dangerous.
but,
Now,
bruh.
that's
That's dangerous.
That's dangerous.
How is that
That's about
dangerous?
as dangerous two kittens
What-
fighting.
how is-
Shoot the nigga over, bitches. Not
What'd he say?
that's
Dangerous.
dangerous.
How is that
That's about as
dangerous?
Dangerous, independent thinking. Arrest them all for obscenity.
That's dangerous.
That's dangerous.
Now that's gangster.
That's dangerous.
That's dangerous.
How is that
That's about as
dangerous?
dangerous two kittens fighting.
Shoot the nigga over, bitches. Not dangerous.
That's dangerous.
That's between you, the nigga, and the bitch.
Someone got shot in one of those.
My final argument is this. These new rappers are just monkeys. What separates humans and monkeys? Monkeys don't
It
know
could sound like Frieza.
Hello, monkeys.
Miserable Saiyan monkeys. Nasty monkeys. The whole barrel of monkeys. You know, monkey see, monkey do. Catch this, monkey.
Disintegrated.
And that's why they're not mechanics and shit like that.
What the fuck are we talking about right now?
You ain't never seen no monkey working at Jiffy Lube, have you? They don't have the tools.
Monkeys can't make tools. That's why the 90s were more dangerous.
A mind
These
is a
rappers
terrible
want
thing to
monkeys.
waste. And what makes the 90s era more dangerous
That's how
is
old
the
heads
fact
be,
that those
man.
rappers were more intent on spewing lyrics that made people think of freeing their minds and going against the system.
Yeah, well,
These
here we go.
rappers
But who do you
are
think,
leading.
like, who would y'all rather listen to? I'd rather listen to, I ain't gonna lie, some days I'd rather listen to the 90s, bro. I feel like the beats were better. Like, the stories to the songs were better. You know what I'm saying? The meaning of songs. Man, what do you hear nowadays, bro? That boy Yeet. I mean, Yeet be cranking, but he don't speak English. These guys be speaking a whole nother language.
rappers and people who like them straight back into the industrial prison complex. And that's
Let me stop pausing it, bro. It's still like 25 minutes and I keep pausing the
Did this
video.
Negro just break down monkey mechanics? We'll be right back. Cancel Court gets a lot of questions.
Continue to make it clear. We're not here
I'm
to
not pausing the
export.
video no more,
We're not
bro.
here to glorify these things.
Right.
We're here to paint a picture, as you did, as you're doing. The picture needs to be clear so we don't make the same mistakes. I'd like to ask you something, Mr. Cloud. Fat Joe recalls Suge Knight's terror in the 90s. This man, by some, was considered a terrorist. He says Suge Knight's terror at the Source Awards. They were not scared of Suge Knight. They were terrified. I mean, terrified. This nigga walked in, bro, with a cigar by himself. Alicia Keys started running. Russell Simmons started running. Niggas are
You
running
started
everywhere.
Alicia Keys started running.
Alicia Keys started running. He said New York. Excuse me. Every nigga that they write books about, do movies about, these niggas were running because they were terrified. What do you say to that? Which rapper has these people running for their lives?
I would like to say that
In Source Awards.
as scary as Suge Knight was, that he was scary because he was the
Y'all
one
seen that
person
video of
doing
him
that
running
in
over?
hip-hop in the 90s.
Isn't he locked up for running over and killing somebody right now?
And also, they were equals.
Like, is he
He
still
was an
locked up
equal,
for that?
Maybe even more powerful.
You
than
had a
Suge
lot
Knight.
of men in
He was in the shadows though.
Also,
Solar Records.
I can't say this name because I'm scared.
No disrespect. Hey, to Craig's point, no disrespect to those people who are running stuff in the shadows. But it just seems like current age music industry, there's a bunch of Suge Knights.
Hello.
Everybody's extorting each other. Everybody's threatening each other. And sometimes the Suge Knight is the one you hear rapping.
But here's the thing. This era is not a bunch of Suge Knights. It's not. It's a bunch of mimicking Suge Knights. If it wasn't for Suge Knight, you wouldn't have these niggas.
Wouldn't have a Suge Knight. Tell him.
Suge Knight in this era?
Please proceed.
Because his ass will get smoked. You know what gangster is to us in the 90s?
Suge Knight gets smoked? I don't know about that.
Taking care of your family.
I mean, nobody's untouchable, but
Just going to college.
I feel like a lot of people scared of Suge.
Gangster, you feel me?
Picking
Giving
a
somebody
major,
a
that's
pass.
gangster.
No, picking a major, that's gangster.
Financial
Well,
aid,
That's
gangster.
gangster.
We want to make sure we see a clear picture. Because when you think about the 90s, they were rapping about and glorifying selling drugs. Now today's era, it seems
I object.
that y'all are rapping and using the very same drugs and dropping like flies as you were pointed to.
That's more dangerous.
John, look, a lot of them was smoking rock back in the day, in the 90s, on the low. Let's be honest.
Smoking crack.
A lot of them
Could you
smoked
speak on
crack.
that,
You
Mr.
can get,
Capone?
I'm talking about organization. Now, this era, they so loaded off lean and perks and all that shit, they fall asleep before they shoot somebody and shoot somebody else. That's not dangerous.
They fall asleep before
they shoot somebody else. Is that dangerous?
Tupac shot a police officer. These rappers now only shoot other niggas.
Oh my God.
So they're only a danger to themselves.
But it also seems, because you pointed out, or you might have pointed to this with Snoop Dogg, in the 90s, with him being on trial for murder and got off. Could you guys speak to that and how heightened that was in the 90s?
And I know y'all
Bro was praying. Bro was
Now, somehow-
praying for that.
The evidence came up missing. I don't know. The evidence, the guns, everything came up missing. So, I don't know. But
is it dangerous? He walked.
well, it is dangerous. The whole situation, somebody lost their life.
NBA YoungBoy just
Somebody
did a
lost
Fed
their
case.
Oh, y'all talking about people.
That's gangster.
Oh, man, y'all
Mr. Moneybag Mafia, could
That's
you please
gangster.
step forward? You
Yeah,
were
nigga.
stating some interesting points. Please step forward to state those points to our
Come
jury.
on, tell
Let
them.
me say, NBA YoungBoy just beat a Fed case. No snitching.
Enough snitching.
To go home to his kids, take care of his kids.
Lot of
That ain't gangster?
Gangster.
I thought that was gangster.
One out of a lot.
Okay. Young Thug them locked up right now. They locked up right now. Case ain't over with.
Free YSL.
You got this Puerto Rican Mexican Spaniard, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Making a
Come on
mockery
now.
of gangsterism.
Making a mockery of gangsterism.
Who else snitched?
He said making a mockery of gangsterism.
Who else snitched?
Bro,
I probably would.
Let me tell you something. Let's break this down.
would y'all
know who
snitch
we looked
in
up
that
to?
situation?
Who?
I'm
These
staying
old
10
ass
toes
niggas.
down.
My question for y'all is where the fuck was y'all at when these niggas started acting like this?
Y'all were OGs.
The OGs don't step in no more. You sit
Tell
back
'em.
and you fucking complain.
Yup.
You make us look
Let me
stupid
finish.
instead of stepping in
Preach.
and giving a nigga some advice. Say something. Don't sit around talking about each other and shit. That ain't gangster, black man. Brown shoes, blue suit.
Hey. Mayweather shorts? That ain't gangster.
If the young men these days are stupid, they have to take some accountability.
Thank you.
Because I'm gonna tell you, only niggas that don't like these young, hot, rapping ass niggas are broke ass old niggas.
Damn.
Because the rappers you look up to that you fuck with that's old, they love these young niggas. That's the end of my case right there.
Damn, come on.
I got a question for Mr. Smith and Mr. Capone. French Montana said this. He said that labels are behind a lot of these massacres because, simply put, they are taking out life insurance policies on their artists. Rapper 21 Savage. He had a recent
They're
interview
taking their, huh?
where he says he still wants to be a member of the community, help his hood out, you know, and then when he don't go back, He said, in his words, niggas want to kill him, they get jealous, and then when he do go back, then there's RICO charges. What do you do? Could you please speak to that?
Can't win.
In 2007, the hip hop police were formed to follow rappers who were criminals and put them in prison. Most of these rappers are aware that the hip hop police exists, am I correct? And they still continue to commit crimes, perjure themselves, and practice buffoonery, knowing that they're being watched.
Objection.
90s rappers were all about getting away with the crime.
Their argument has shifted to stupidity and not dangerous.
Stay on dangerous.
The 90s is dangerous, and this era is stupid. It's not dangerous. They're just stupid. Another thing is the RICO Act. All these rappers are just rest havens for the federal government's money. They just make millions, commit crimes on camera, and let the RICO Act come in and snatch it. They're stupid. There's nothing gangster about these
Judge,
niggas.
real quick, man.
Got a point.
Said French Montana? We didn't have no name like French Montana.
The names is crazy too. I mean,
All right, so
man, the
I
names
would
has
like to
always
thank
been
Craig
dumb.
Smith for arguing on our behalf.
Thank you.
I just want to put yourselves in some shoes. Let's say it was 50 years ago, you're a young man, and you're trying to be a rapper in today's society, okay? As Craig said,
Shorty going
Hip
through it
Hop
in the bag.
Police formed in 2007. That means hip hop got so
hot is
crazy,
it, man? All these
the
niggas got-
police themselves said, let's have a ridiculously named segment that just focuses on rappers.
Okay.
Because rappers are killing, selling drugs, and doing all this crazy stuff. Not only that, RICOs, your literal lyrics that you just made up to make people dance and think you cool are being used in court cases just like this, okay? Imagine if musty-footed bailiffs
Your
right
mama.
here, you on verses and started saying your art to
She was tight.
to indict you. You're trying to be a rapper nowadays. You have
She
to
was
worry
tight.
about the industry eating you, period.
Your mama, you
Then
taking that
your
personally?
ops killing
Me
you.
personally.
You got to worry about your lyrics being
Don't
used
speak
in
about my
court,
dukes, man.
and you got to worry about some stupid ass segment
personally
of the
at me. Don't
911
speak at
called
my
the
dukes.
Hip Hop Police. 90s, you had maybe one enemy, crack, and what else? What else was after you guys in the 90s?
Cocaine.
Crack, cocaine,
They were snorters. I know Boo Capone.
bunch of stuff.
Objection, Your Honor. Let me
Boo
tell you
Capone
something.
can snort a bowling ball.
I know, he's a hoop and vacuum cleaner.
Sir, 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
What is your objection?
Just real quick, you're wrong because the Hip Hop Police, they started in '97, but they started getting their movement
Then
in
it's y'all fault.
2007. Eazy-E, I was a pioneer. We lost him, rest in peace. Man, to AIDS. The pussy was dangerous back then, more dangerous. What the hell are you talking about? You can even have sex as a rapper.
Was the best point you said all day.
Was dangerous in the 90s.
That's the only shit that was dangerous.
Thank you, Mr. Cloud.
Take your time, Pat.
Thank you.
You know that?
Hopefully, we dive
Look at
deeper
Michael
in this
Johnson.
dangerous vagina when Cancel Court returns.
It's both sides. So you make a clear picture so the jury can make a sound and decisive decision. Are we clear?
We're clear.
Please proceed, Mr. Craig Smith.
Get up, Craig.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the court, it's very simple. What Tupac, Biggie, DMX, the Dog Pound, Death Row, Bad Boy Records intended to do with their gangster, today's artist is a byproduct of that. You have pioneers, Puritans, and then you have strippers and prostitutes that rap.